Yeah, Siege?
Getting pretty close there, CJ?
Do you know
that
we're
shit
ready
out.
or not? Is my mic on?
That's why this is a 2-bit operation.
We need to get Cougar a speaker.
Is my mic on?
Hey, what's going on, KVKL? It is time for the podcast.
Woo!
Week 6.1. And, I guess I am your host, CJ Cobra Kai, along with my co-hosts, Ben Hutnick.
Just a quick reminder, Suns Out, Guns Out is a metaphor.
Oh, God.
Jason Cougar Huang.
I just found out today. Ben, you're the commissioner? I'm serious. I just found out today.
We were trying to keep it from you.
Yeah. And they did
He
not
likes
do a
to,
good enough job.
Speak softly and carry a big stick.
Like Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Emphasis on the second half of that.
Oh, gosh. That's nice. That's nice.
All right.
That's nice.
And we have today's guests, and I said guests. Diana Dirty D. Garcia
Hello.
and Jackie Becker.
Firecracker back.
Firecracker Becker.
Firecracker.
Okay. Yes.
I know I'm easy to forget, CJ. It's okay.
Firecracker, Pecker, Becker, Becker.
I just remember the other one before it became Firecracker,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to say that
Oh,
one.
you can say that too. It's all right.
Oh, God. Now
This
I
is a
remember.
family show.
Yeah, it's a family show.
Not when I'm on
Speaking
it.
of family show, fuck, ass, balls. All right, there we go. We are coming to you live from the Jazz House, 926 and a half Massachusetts.
Woo!
Come on down.
Happy
every
almost 4th of
Tuesday.
July.
Happy, nah, fuck that. I was going to say happy Independence Day, but no, you guys took all the land from my people, so fuck you guys. All right.
Happy National Oppression Day.
Yes.
I came off a boat, so whatever.
Happy Oppressors Day.
Oh, can we just come to a catharsis and I'll say fuck the English together?
Yes,
All
fuck
right.
the English.
There. Happy fuck the English Day.
Yeah. All right. Even though they won today, god damn it.
I know.
I know.
I'm happy for them.
Assholes.
I'm happy for them.
It's like the first
We
thing they've
just
won in
said
forever.
fuck the English, and you're going, I'm happy for them.
I like the Three Lions. It's a soccer team. I do. What? I feel
all
sorry
right.
for them.
We had Kick the Can this past Sunday. I can't remember who kicked.
Sam.
Sam
Sam from Love Garden.
Sam
from Love Garden. He did not do so well.
It's
And so
hard.
it rolls over to next week. Jackie.
Actually, what we're going to do is we had $278 that was raised for Dana.
Okay.
And we're going to up it to $500 that Just Food is willing to pass on to Dana's family.
Awesome.
So $500 will be going to Dana's family.
Awesome.
And we will start again next week. Kristen CS is going to donate $100, and we still have about $58 left. So starting next week, we'll already be at $75 or so for the kicker, whoever wins it for next week.
Okay.
Before we start.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you,
Awesome.
everybody.
Yeah,
between
thank you.
between that and the stickers that everybody bought and just random donations, we've got over $1,000 to give to the family for this.
Awesome. Okay. So, Jackie, do you want to go ahead and talk about Just Food July?
For sure I will. So obviously everyone is waiting for the new schedule, I know, but also in July, we're calling it Just Food July for Game of the Week. And you can look for a table down at near the tree where we always do everything. And Just Food will be there. And for those people who don't know anything about Just Food is more than just a food pantry. And the wonderful KVKL board came out last week and got a tour of the space. And some things that you can donate throughout the month if you're interested. We have things called Just Food, Just Cook, Just Grow, Just Start, Pots and Pantry, and Kitchen Works. And Pots and Pantry for people looking to be moving. If you want to dump off your slightly used anything for your kitchen, we will take it at Just Food. Because many times people find a new place to live, get some food, but they don't have anything to cook with, or they just have a microwave. And so anything like pots and pans and spoons and plates, anything like that, we'll take that. Obviously, canned goods, if you grow food and you've got a bunch of leftovers, we can take that. Anything at all. We started a new program called Just Start, which is for diapers. So if anyone wants to toss in some diapers, but we will be available every Sunday at Game of the Week and bring anything by, and we'll take your donations. And thank you, KVKL, for always being amazing.
All right.
Amen.
Thanks, Jackie.
Thanks, Jackie. No mention of my suggestion for just beer.
Don't take volunteers.
Apparently, it's still in the
I was
works.
thinking in my mind when she was reading, I was like, it makes sense, diapers, because once you eat the food, where is it going to go? I don't know. I was like, that makes sense.
Well, and a crazy thing you don't think about with diapers, unfortunately, as you get older, is incontinence, too. And that was a big part we're learning with a lot of the older people who utilize just food. And so diapers are for everyone, beginning to the end.
Yeah. All right. This week's cleanup teams at Game of the Week are Grandstand, Poshwash, and Lawrence Shirt Factory. Did I forget any of them?
I didn't write them down.
Okay.
Shirt Factory's on scoreboard.
Shirt Factory is on scoreboard for this week. Okay, so that being said, should we talk about some games?
Let's do.
Yeah.
All right. July 1st, YSC 1, 5 p.m. Grandstand Glass Kickers 0, Jackpot 21. Yeah, putting up the 3 touchdowns on them. The only thing I can say about this game is that we did not bunt once. We place kicked, fairly well. They were able to get bases loaded, I think, once, but it was with 2 outs, and they flied out to our outfield. So that was as close as they got to scoring. But yeah, it was a fun game. Simon, do you have anything to say? Kristen, yes.
They got people on base in almost half the innings.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I have an interesting tidbit. I think Jackpot's the only team to have a shutout game twice.
Oh, wow.
Everybody else only has 1.
Okay.
I didn't call either one.
That and a buck will get you a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Oh,
all
boy.
right.
Here's Chris.
Okay.
Jackpot was a lot of fun to play. You guys were great.
Very happy to see
Hey.
Okay, just so everyone knows, I think Simon forced her to come up here and say that.
I was just going to say, I can't wait to see this kinder, gentler Jackpot play all the other 1 seeds. I'm sure you guys are going to be excellently behaved.
Yeah, that's the calm before the storm, okay? YSC 1, 7 p.m. Brewballers 0, Redlegs 14.
A lot of shutouts.
Did not call this shout either.
I mean, this was supposed to be week 1, so I mean, it kinda makes sense.
It was. We backloaded the schedule.
Yeah. So, is there anybody from either team here?
Redlegs?
Redlegs?
Going once, going twice. All right, Redlegs is kicked out of the league.
All right. Yeah. YSC 2, 5 p.m. Chalmers 13, Corksuckers 8. Rachna,
come on up.
come on up.
Oh, that's it? Oh, please.
They keep their title of most fuckable.
This is a gravy win for Chalmers since
Yeah.
they had already lucked up that 1 seed.
Yeah, pretty much.
But a nice note for Corksuckers is that they've shown really well against some good teams.
Yeah, I've repped them twice. They're not a bad team.
Yeah.
They're definitely better than their record indicates.
I mean, and they're a 5 seed. That's pretty good to only have that small of a spread against a 1 seed.
Yeah, it's interesting because they had the most impressive losses of all the 5 seeds. Or all the 3 teams in that split, that 3-way tie in that division.
Okay. YSC 2, 7 p.m. Bunt and grind. There ain't nothing wrong with a little bunt and grind. 7. Drop stoppers. 3. Anybody here from either team? Anybody?
T is here.
T never
come
talks.
on up, man.
T never talks.
He confirmed for me last week that he's never going to come up and talk. So I'll.
So we're just gonna peer pressure him until he comes up here.
Yeah.
We could. Can we do a T impersonation for him?
Impersonation for T.
It was a good game. My team wasn't good enough, but I feel like we probably didn't deserve to get into the 3s. But we'll have fun when we do.
Thanks, T.
Also, did you make a note last week when I picked Drop Stoppers to win that when I pick a bunt and grind game, you're supposed to actually mark down the opposite of what I picked?
Oh, yeah.
Because I totally picked this right by picking it wrong.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
All right. YSC 3, 5 p.m. Kicking Assets 19. Screamers 1.
Everyone's running up
Let's
here.
Let's hear it.
Uh-oh.
I think week 1 would have been an opposite results. We were missing two of our best kickers and fielders. Joel was out, and Kevin Etzel was out. Apparently, their families are more important than kickball.
Losers.
When kickball isn't family, who are you? But kicking assets, they kicked really well, so good job on picking the right name for your team. And we got stranded. I was stranded on base 2 or 3 times. We just could never finish off the inning. So
Yeah, that happens.
that was really all of what it was.
Yeah, runners.
Looking at the score sheet, though, kicking assets, it seems like they're very concentrated where they can score in their lineup. I'd say that's
So it's at the
one
top.
of the teams. Yeah. Well, some teams. So I was looking through the score sheets this week, and it was like kicking assets, Johnny's Money, and D-holes that are all like at the top, and then maybe the last person.
I don't know, man. The only person that didn't score in this game was the 7, 8, and 10. Everybody else scored.
Well, you just look at most concentrated, who scored the
Oh,
most.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like top
Well,
five.
Jimmy scored 5 runs because he's amazing, but he was only 5 for 6. Where the fuck was that 6th kick? Jimmy.
Maybe it was the people behind him.
Yeah, I will. Inside baseball. Jimmy and Marisa went to the pavilion last week and recruited 2 young soccer players to play. Yeah. They needed the extra bodies, but apparently they picked up two excellent young athletes in the middle of the season.
All right. All right.
Note to the rest of you lazy motherfuckers.
Yeah. Go to the gym and recruit young people?
Yeah.
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 Well, I think
Yeah.
that's how Blake Friedman got into the league. Like Andy Fry picked him up on Rockets because he found him playing like volleyball at his apartment complex or something.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. YSC 3, 7 p.m. Sacred Sword, 0. Lawrence Shirt Factory, 17.
I called the shutout. Yes.
Steven Cougar.
So proud of
Aaron,
myself.
go ahead.
So I refed this game, and Sacred Sword had 5 new people this week, I think.
Oh, wow.
What else is new?
Right, but they didn't have to forfeit, and so that was good.
Did they
right?
get them from the pavilion too, or?
I don't think so. Maybe the like 4:30 walking senior crowd from the pavilion. I'm not sure. Before they hit the buffet. There was actually a really hilarious play, and I put a note on this. I had the scorekeeper put a note on the scorecard. Bickle was rounding the bases, and he was near second, and the ball actually grazed his middle finger. And he tried to act like it didn't hit him, but I saw the ball change direction, and first base saw the ball hit him. So he reaches back to second and is like on the ground trying to pretend he didn't get hit, and then in true Bickle fashion, like walks off with his head down, and he's like, fuck this, blah, blah, blah. He was joking, and knowing Bickle, I was like, he's just being hilarious. And he came back to the dugout and said, hit my middle finger, this one. And Lundy was like, oh, God, is he going to get kicked out again? So it did, in fact, hit his middle finger, which was just hilarious.
We're gonna have him sign a middle finger waiver.
Yeah.
I like the note too. Steve is in pants and it's 108 degrees.
Of course he is.
5.
Yeah.
He's always in pants.
It looks like an 8 to me.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's split the difference and call it an 8.
On the printed out notes here, it said 105, so I'm just, whatever. YSC 4, 5 p.m. Geezer's Good Neighbors, 16. Lucky Berry, 9.
Oh, boy.
Derek Davis, come on.
And Bryson.
I'll start off with this. For having the best player in the league, he couldn't even kick 210. I mean, not that good. No, they were a great team. They were really fun to play. This guy came out with a 2-run home run, very first at bat, and that's kind of led that was the start of the game. But our first at bat inning, I think we surprised them a little bit. We put some runs up on them. They weren't ready for that, but
Yeah, you got 4 in the first.
they adjusted faster to our offense than we could to theirs. Anytime we make an adjustment, they would just, they place kicked really well. They right in front of us. I think my left fielder had like 3 diving catches just out of reach. So it was a fun game.
Would you say, Derek, that you had your whole team in play this week, since I know you haven't had some for a few
I
weeks?
would say, no, I didn't have my whole team. I was still missing 3 people, but I had a full team. I actually had 11. I had extras.
You went up to 11. Good job.
Up to 11.
Who are these mythical 3 people that haven't been to a single game?
It's been actually different people every single week.
Yeah.
So, but everybody should be back to the normal operations from here on out, I do believe.
Bryson.
It was fun. My first insert is that Derek is in no position to say Dan sucks. I enjoyed playing against Derek, but he cannot say Dan sucks like he did last week. It was really fun. What I would say about my team is we're kind of getting screwed by the whole 4th of July being on a Wednesday. Like, we have people gone last week and some people gone this week. Our performance was unacceptable, though, and everyone knows that. So
Wait,
You gave
why
up
was
too
it
many runs, man. Too many
unacceptable?
runs.
we should never give up that many runs. I mean, in the first place, and we didn't score enough, to be honest. Way too many drop balls.
Yeah, man, you got the runs. You need the just for food diapers.
Yeah, I agree. Anyways, yeah, it was a fun game, and Merry Christmas. I'll stay for the next. I watched the next game.
Okay. YC4, 7 p.m. River City Matadors, 3. John Denver Experience, 6.
You let me down here, man. Said the Mats are going to win, and I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I thought they were too. And honestly, this game really came down to aggressive base running, and they all were aggressive early, and all of them got caught. I think like Santos got thrown out of home. Avery, a couple other people just got thrown out at home or got caught in the base pass. And Los Matadors stopped being aggressive, and a couple guys were like on third and easily could have gotten home, and they didn't, and then they couldn't score them. So I mean, it really came down to JDE stayed aggressive, and that's why they ended up scoring. So.
All right. Thanks, Bryson.
Thanks, Bryce.
Holcomb Wright, 5 p.m. Red Lion, 7. Jazz House, 926.5 Massachusetts. Come on down every Tuesday. Yeah! 250, almost anything you can heckle Cougar, you can get drunk.
I love
Jeff
you too,
Hopper,
Jeff.
you suck. They had 4. Rick, do you want to come up and talk about your game? Uh-oh.
Oh, you can go first, man.
Yeah. You're already up here.
No, go ahead. All right. Age before beauty.
It was, well, you got that part right. It was a really, really fun, competitive game. I enjoyed it very, very much. We were pretty evenly matched teams. There were some really crazy plays out there, stuff that I'd never, ever seen and probably never will again. And that's all I have. Can I talk about a little bit of something else?
We might as well broach it, because I was just going to say,
okay,
among
we're
other
getting
things.
ready to come into the part of the season where the games are going to be a lot more competitive, and they're going to be, they're going to be closer, and there's going to be more competition, okay? And so we're going to really rely on our reffing crews. I brought up a little visual aid. This is the home plate. For all of you out there in podcast land, this is the home plate. Now then, it's my understanding of the foul rule is if you put your plant foot 1/8 of an inch, see that? 1/8 of an inch over the front edge of the home plate, it's a foul ball, correct? Okay, so for now and evermore, the second that your foot goes a teeny bit over the plate, that's a foul ball, all right? And it's a foul ball out if they catch it. So if the ball's in fair territory and they catch the ball, then that's an out. And if it's not the third out of the inning, then the base runners can advance. Okay, there's nothing in baseball like that, so yeah.
Yeah, because the rule says a ball that is kicked in front of home plate, a foul is. So yeah, if any of part of your toe is in front of the plate.
Your plant foot.
Yeah.
It doesn't say
Your plant foot.
specifically, doesn't specifically
Yeah, your
completely
plant
behind it. It has to be in verbatim, completely behind the tip of the home plate.
Yeah.
And they say that in verbatim. That loophole needs to be cleaned up. I've already talked to Ben about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it could be clearer worded, but I also feel like if you read the whole rule, then it's relatively clear. I think besides the point, we've been calling it that way for so long now. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Okay, but then if I can just move on from that, there's something else is that when you're reffing and all of a sudden there's a giant conflagration and it happens, all of us who ref have to deal with that and stuff like that, just make your call, let them say their piece, and then move on. Don't engage any farther than just a few minutes. And don't get in a pissing match with the guys in the stands. The fans have nothing to do with it.
Yep.
And last but not least, most importantly, you don't have to have the last word, okay? If somebody's yelling at you after you've made your decision, well, don't try to say, no, that's not right. Just ignore them, because you don't need the last word. You just need the word. And the word is one word, and it's called play ball. Okay, and that's all I got, guys.
Thanks, Rick.
I think it's
All right,
really
thanks,
important to stress when you bring up fans that, per our code of conduct, that your fans are your team also, and you need to always be aware of that at all times. And if, as a team, you are ever not feeling comfortable or safe or secure with fans in these stands, you have a right to tell your captain to talk to the ref about it, and that is what our code of conduct is for.
All right. Thank you, Jackie. Holcomb Wright, 7 p.m. Johnny's Tavern, 22. Nick Lerner's Homies, 12.
Yeah.
Tim? Is Tim here?
Tim is here. Tim's not here.
Yeah, Hopper's here. Rick and I ref this game.
Okay. Rick.
This was a good game, and it was really, really fun. And the difference came that both teams probably made 50 errors, not each total. And I think that the game came down to the
How
Homies.
many did Hopper have?
I'm
I
sorry.
knew that was coming.
I don't think Hopper had any.
That sounds about right.
I don't think
Sounds
Hopper
about
had
3
any
or 4,
errors.
yeah.
I can't assign errors to individuals, but I would think that Johnny's probably had 20 and Homies had 30, and that was the kind of the
Only 30?
the margin of the game.
The big difference was that Johnny's errors came early and Homies continued through the game.
But one thing that happened that was really, really cool in the
Yeah.
waning moments of the game,
Yeah.
Austin comes up, and Cougar was coming up to bat. He was batting third in Dana's slot, and Cougar was so nervous about batting in Dana's slot, and every time he'd come up to bat, he'd kick the ball, and then he'd go, God damn it! And he'd hit a single. Weren't you like 4 for
That's
4
not
in
true.
that game?
No, I yelled, actually, that's not true, Rick. The one I said, gosh darn it, blah, 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 it was a pop-up.
Yeah, all right,
That's not
okay,
true.
at any rate, and so then they just came up, and Austin said, Cougar, run the bases for Dana. And Cougar's like, what? And Austin just throws the ball in, and he says,
Yeah.
and then Cougar just trotted around the bases,
Yeah.
and it was really quiet. And then everybody gathered around home
Yeah.
plate, and then everybody started clapping. And by the time Cougar's down the third base line, there's not a dry eye in the house, you guys. Me too.
Yeah.
And it was really moving and really touching, and everybody was just clapping and crying like big babies, and it was pretty badass. Yeah.
I know I was, yeah. That was really emotional.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Holcomb left, 5 p.m. Muddy Water Studio, 17. Asteroid Head, 2.
I ref that game.
Go ahead, Jackie.
So Muddy Waters are way better than their 3 ranking, and I got to say they have some sweet, sweet jerseys.
That they do.
They were definitely in control. Bunt, kick
Did
away.
they have any ground rule triples or home runs?
None of those this game. Lots of singles.
Because when
Eli,
we played them, they had a bunch. Thanks a lot.
the wind was coming in at Holcomb left, which was the bummer for all of us playing Holcomb left, because as we all know, I love keg and a stripper, and no one got anywhere near that for either of the games. But,
Lame.
yeah, I know it was tough, but at one inning, Pat Watkins from Asteroid Head threw the ball full throttle at his catcher, not at the third baseman from Muddy Waters, or the person from Muddy Waters that was on third base, and just like nailed his own player almost in the balls, and completely like Muddy Waters just ran the bases. I don't know what he was doing. Both teams had sort of cream colored shirts, I guess. Maybe he's a little confused.
So it wasn't a situation of throwing it to your defensive player to make the play.
No. He literally tried to get the catcher out. Like, I think he thought it was Muddy Waters' guy and just nailed him full throttle. And it was
Maybe
kind
he just
of
doesn't
funny.
like the catcher.
maybe not.
Maybe that could be it. But yeah, that was pretty darn funny. And I learned about one of the players had a horrible ingrown hair on Muddy Waters, and he had to roll up his pants so his poor little ingrown hair wouldn't get bothered. I thought that was pretty funny.
Okay.
So,
That's a nasty side note, Jackie.
Yeah.
I think we also just violated HIPAA, but whatever.
Okay. Holcomb left, 7 p.m. Woost, 8. Love Garden Squids, 16.
Was this Love Garden's closest game of the year?
it sure the fuck was.
Yeah.
All right, Jackie, go ahead.
You know, we got beat by them like 38 to -5 last year. And so we came guns a-blazing. We put on our favorite new metal mix. And we played a lot of loud music because everyone needs some Korn and Godsmack in their life. And we got 6 runs in the first inning. They didn't quite know what to do with us. And it was a lot of fun. You know, I'm just going to say it. I think Love Garden's beatable. I think they're still trying to figure some things out. And yeah, I'll throw it out there. Why not? You love Garden everyone 30 something to something, and then you only beat the little old Woost by 7 or 8. I'm going to say you're beatable at this point, or you just play a lot of Godsmack, and that'll piss them off. Like, they made us turn the music down.
Noted.
We had to turn it off while they're playing. So they're sensitive to music, but they're fucking Love Garden.
I got inside info, but I'm not going to share it. So.
You're what?
I got inside info on Love Garden, but I'm not going to share it.
Well, that's a shitty thing to say. You might as well just say nothing
Nope.
at all.
As a former journalist, I cannot share it.
Are you one of those kids who used to go around the playground telling everybody you had a secret, but you couldn't tell them?
No.
He does that now. What are you talking about?
Nope.
Yeah.
He told me that right before the show started.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, that's nice. That's nice. No. Nope.
All right, Lions East, 5 p.m. Ladybird Harpies, 22. Ghosts, 7. Diana.
I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Yeah, Harpies, like, after the first inning, they definitely scored a lot of runs right off the bat. And I looked and I was like, I guess Harpies are better than I thought they were. So kudos to them. And it was really hot. I know everybody playing at 5 was dealing with the heat. But I don't know. We're not very good at the heat. We should really work on that because that's when you play most of your games. But I will say Harpies, like that first inning, they were kicking in all the right spots. Like it wasn't even a knock on our defense. It was like kudos to their offense. I mean, I didn't even feel like there was a whole lot of super bad errors. I mean, except that first inning was a little rough. But and Harpies, the score is what it is because they didn't let up. They played their game. They played it hard. They took their pitches. They kicked whatever they wanted to kick strategically the whole game. So don't let it be said that they let up on us. Because they did not. But that's also, you know, good for them, and it was fun. And it'll be exciting to see how they do in the 2 seeds.
Okay. Grant, Stacy, either of you want to come up? Okay. All right.
I covered it. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, and Max is still a very nice boy. I had liked playing against him. He is, and he played pitcher the last inning. And I was like, no way, that little kid with his skinny arms is going to make the throw to first. He made it just beautifully.
Yeah, when we get him in the 2s, we'll fix
Yeah.
that. He's going to come out raging, gritting his teeth.
That line's going to break a little kid, a little teenager. Good job.
No, he did good. I didn't think he seemed like a rookie at all. So.
All right. Thanks, Diana. Lions East, 7 p.m. Liberty Hall late fees 4. Hertz Donut D-Holes 28. Jesus.
This was a Hate Fuck Kickball nominee and is the winner.
This is Hate Fuck of the Week?
It is.
All right.
Way to go, D-Holes. You hate fucked Kickball 40% of the first 5 weeks.
I would know the homies, they killed us, so.
Late fees actually came out and put 2 runs on us in the top of the first inning. And we were like,
Yeah, and Mick Cotton wasn't there.
Mick Cotton wasn't there.
Yeah, they
were-
put up 2, so you're like, we got to put up more than 20 now.
like, where the hell has this team been all season? And yeah, late fees were missing a lot of their regular group. We bunted the first 3 people, and then we said we don't need to do this anymore. And pretty much all of our kicks were line drives, singles, doubles, triples.
I heard Ari had another
She had another height.
snap to the first.
Yeah,
Snap
she
to
had
first
another-
base.
To Amber. Amber was playing first.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, she had another one of those. I think Bernie was like, Dave said Bernie was like 7 of 7 or something for kicking, and I don't know. I haven't got a chance to see the score sheets, but we kicked through the lineup like 3 times.
Oh yeah, I did scorekeeping the second half, and I started writing out everybody's names on the second score sheet, but we didn't get that far. We almost did.
Yeah, Ari was 6 for 7, 5 runs scored.
It was 2 innings that you went through the entire order.
Okay, I know.
wow.
I ended up leading off several innings in a row. So, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun to play him, and it was nothing personal. Just
No, I'll say like
Something
one
personal,
thing that
just
I
kickball,
really,
just kickball.
I reffed the second half of this game. One thing I really appreciate about the D-holes, one, of course they were super nice and fun, but also, I mean, granted at 7 o'clock it was starting to cool off, but they took the first pitch a lot of the time, so they didn't make everybody stand there and wait for that, and they definitely, weren't bunting very much of the game at all.
Yep.
So that was very admirable, I thought.
Okay. All right. Lions West, 5 p.m. Kansas Tree Care, 19. Rats, 4. Is Alex here? He's usually here.
Noah's
usually here.
Noah's usually here.
I
Sorry.
hadn't seen him.
Damn it.
Is he the nice one?
They're both very
They're
nice.
both nice.
Damn
You
it.
kidding me, Chelsea? Come on.
Well, I think last week we said that this would be a good litmus test for Rats, and I think the verdict is that they
Pretender.
are probably a decent 3 seed, and that the gap
Yeah.
between the top couple few teams and the 3 seeds is still enormous.
Okay.
I talked to Noah Game of the Week, and he said, and I quote, that Rats is a very good team.
Yeah.
I think
I
4
agree.
was
That's what I
the
saw.
same amount of points they'd given up all season combined, right?
Yeah, might be right.
Yeah, I think they literally put up as many points as they had all season.
Yeah, they got speed at the top. They got good defenders, good outfielders, good third
So
and
they said
first.
they were a good team.
They're going to be tough.
And
Yeah.
they're obviously just better.
All right. Lions West, 7 p.m. Reboot 10. That's not the score. They had 29 runs. Leafy Greens, 3. Thomas.
Actually,
you
the
here?
spread here is even higher than it was
Is
in
Thomas
the
here?
D-Holes game. So why don't we'll say this is the Hate Fuck Kickball Award of the Week winner, and the D-Holes get the Revenge Fuck of the Week award.
Is anyone from Reboot or Leafy Greens here want to talk about their game? Tom, you want to come up?
Where?
It's too bright. There he is.
There we go.
I did talk to Chris from Leafy at Game of the Week, and he said they're really looking forward to not playing the teams that they played in the second 5 weeks.
Go ahead, Tom.
I don't really know what to say about it. We had a couple of our players back who had missed the past couple of weeks, and we were a little frustrated that the pundit said that we might not win this game. So I told him to just go for it.
So this totally was the Hate Fuck of the Week.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, because the
Which
score,
part is saying we're going to win the game?
the
What are you
score was
talking
a
about?
little closer
Well,
up into the third or fourth,
I mean, everyone
right?
had to think about it.
Oh yeah, this is the one where I was like, it's kind of an insult to your team that we even
yeah.
that we're even asking. Yeah.
So, yeah, we just did what we could.
Yeah. Thanks for making me look smart, Thomas.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I
I
have
will
my
say it
moments.
looks like I've tried to watch
Anything
it
for
for a
Ben.
little bit, but it was more shady watching the D-Holes game. But it looked like Leafy Greens, like y'all's kicking was great, but it looked like Leafy Greens just had a lot of errors.
Yeah.
Like a lot of barely missed catches in the
handful.
outfield and a lot of, mainly just, that first off defense.
For us, it was like an entirely infield game. My
Yeah.
left fielder had 0 plays, my right fielder had 1, and my center fielder had 2. So it was all pitcher, catcher, third base, and first.
Since you're being humble, I will put out there that everybody in your team scored.
We did.
It's really nice.
And everyone had an RKI except for our 11 kicker.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's actually our 2 kicker, but he showed up 10 minutes late. So
All right.
Demoted.
All right.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks. Hobbs Park, 7 p.m. Poshwash, 5. Free State Growlers, 11. Upset of the week.
Ooh, upset of the week.
Aaron, go first.
Poshwash hits the skids, 2 losses in a row.
Got good excuses.
Oh, okay.
Seth got me drunk on Free State beer in a can. What? just kidding. And
Cheap date.
Yeah.
we were missing our first and second batters, and we called in a ringer to kick with us, and he got injured in the 3rd inning, so we just wasn't going our way this week.
Who was the ringer?
Travis used to play for Love Garden.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Was he one of those throats that was slit?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Oh,
that
I'd
was-
forgotten about that. Oh.
Ah, okay. Love you, Rob.
So the first shout out goes to, there was a kid on Poshwash Travis's son, he was just bored watching the game, so he went out to the scoreboard and score kept by himself. This kid was like 12 years old, and he was like, awesome. He had the score incorrect for 1 inning, so I was like, hey, man, they got 4, not 5. He goes, oh, I'm sorry about that. I was like, oh, my God.
That was
kid is
totally planned. T's running an apprenticeship program. Big
brothers, big sisters out there. No, so he was the MVP of the game by far. But yeah, they came out and put up 2 on us in the first inning, and yeah, we threw $5 at him, so hopefully he comes back. Only because we won, though. And so yeah, they scored 2 in the first, and then we loaded the bases, and they had a big drop in left field that allowed us to score and get the merry-go-round going. So we were up 6-2 and just kind of held them at arm's length. Frank from your team had a little brain fart out there. Yeah,
we saw that. We saw it on social media.
Yeah. I had to have Ben ref the first inning of Game of the Week so that I could post my shit talking in an appropriate manner. But yeah, I went first to third on a single, and Frank had the ball coming in from center field and kind of ran me back to third and gave me the Dikembe Mutombo finger wag while our guy was just strolling to second base. And then Frank, for no reason at all, threw the ball. And so then I just got to walk home, and that was that was kind of the end of it. So I had to give a couple finger wags throughout the rest of the game.
That's pretty good. That was good. That was awesome.
Dunked on him. You dunked on him.
Yeah, we had to dunk on him. Yeah. But Poshwash is our best. They're our best rival in KBKL, so it was a lot of fun, and we should play them at 7:00 at Hobbs every single year. We're in on that.
Yeah. You guys won last week too, right? So you're 2-game winning streak versus 2-game losing streak.
Yeah, we gave up 46 runs in the first 2 games, and we're figuring it out since then.
You know what it was? It was the adjustment that you made is that during the midweek podcast, we all said that you were the most underrated 0-3 team.
Yeah, well, we appreciate that. And also, this I think first time ever that it went from a pick'em game to not a pick'em game because we were.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Because
kind of
we
insulting.
thought it was going to be the other way around.
Because it was supposed to be the other way.
So it's a good thing we didn't pick it.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Hobbs Park, 9 p.m. Game of the week.
And a good one.
Sure is.
Finally.
Hell. Fucking A. Finally, we got a good game of the week. Repetition copy, 13. Rockets, 12 in 10 innings. Wow. Okay.
Not at all disappointing.
Not at all.
I'm
Not
so
at
glad
all.
I got to see repetition play. Like I think that was awesome.
Yeah, so obviously everybody saw this game. I'm not going to talk too much about it. The one thing that I noticed is in the 9th inning and the 10th inning, repetition moved a female to catcher, which they had not done the entire game. And Aaron and I were just looking at each other like, all right, here comes the bunt. And Rockets didn't bunt one time.
They didn't bunt at all.
They didn't bunt one time. And it was just like...
I was sitting behind home, and I'm yelling at every
just test
Rockets
her.
kicker.
You at least got to see if she can make
bunt.
a play. Yeah, and they didn't
do it once.
And I think that's how they lost the game, honestly.
Yeah.
They kept kicking it at Adam Mitchell, and just like, I was like, why are you guys doing that?
Yeah. No, they did bunt once, and it was the last out. Because then she threw it
she
to
threw
Adam.
it to Adam, and
and
Adam got him out.
got yeah. That was the only time they bunted. Yeah. I was getting frustrated behind home watching that.
I was right in front of you. I heard it, CJ.
The whole game, I'm sitting there with Mike and other people from my team because the outcome of this game could depend who we saw in the 4 seeds.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, if Rockets wins by this much, then this will be because it was between them and Repetition and Lucky Berry, but it was pretty funny. But we're
one more
keeping
thing
track.
from just being on the field. It was so awesome every time Phil came up to bat, seeing the love that Jackpot gave him. Like, that was the loudest that it ever was, except for when the tying run got scored. So, shout out to Jackpot. That was really cool.
That's right.
Yeah.
We love Phil, man. Come on.
Yeah.
How can you not?
That was great.
Give some credit to Adam though here, man. He's put together a team
Yeah,
that has
he's-
improved,
yeah.
and he
Every
was
year
he
they've
was
gotten
5
better.
or 6 in this game. Scored 3 of the runs on his own.
Yeah.
He's doing a good job there.
All right.
I was going to say it was awesome to see Matt
Speaking of
Mendoza.
Phil-
I didn't know he was on that team.
His first 2 at-bats, man, we went nuts for him. And then he kicks it to right field, and Matt Mendoza made 2 amazing catches. And I think that kind of spooked Phil into not kicking the rest of the game at him. We're like, no, there's no way he's going to catch 3 or 4. Just keep kicking at him. But he decided not to. But yeah, no, hats off to Matt Mendoza. Those were some fucking great catches.
Matt Gerard Dyson Mendoza.
Yeah.
Filling that right field line.
Yeah. All right. So, since the first half of the season is over, I'll give the standings for each division. Jim Bob Clark, Jackpot finished 5-0. Ladybird Harpies 4-1. Muddy Waters Studio finished 3-2. Ghosts 2-3. Asteroid Head finished 1-4, and Grandstand 0-5. Kelly Corcoran, Love Garden, Poshwash, Woost, Reboots, Growlers, Leafy Greens, Mosasaur, Geezer's Good Neighbors, John Denver, River City Matadors, Repetition, Lucky Berry, and Rockets, Chris Marshall Division, KTC, Hertz Donut D-Holes, Rats, Johnny's Tavern, Nick Lerner's Homies, Liberty Hall Late Fees, Arlie Ermy Division, Lawrence Shirt Factory, Red Lion Tavern, Kicking Assets, Jazz House, Screamers, and Sacred Sword. James Naismith Division, Salvador Perez's presents the Mario Chalmerses, Redlegs, Drop Stoppers, Bunt and Grind, Cork Suckers, and Brew Ballers.
And real quickly, for those who don't know why, 3, 4, 5, Drop Stoppers, Button Grind, Cork Suckers, all were 2 and 3. How did that come about? Drop Stoppers combined with the other two teams allowed 11 runs.
Okay, so the first tiebreaker, if there is,
tiebreaker
is head-to-head. And since there was a 3-way tie, it immediately goes to runs allowed.
Runs allowed is the other two teams, right.
Yes.
Sorry. So Drop Stoppers combined against Cork Suckers and Button Grind allowed 11 runs.
Yes.
They came in third. Button Grind came in fourth place. Combined against Cork Suckers and Drop Stoppers allowed 16 runs.
Okay.
And to bring the rear is Cork Suckers came in fifth place. Combined against Drop Stoppers and Button Grind allowed 19 runs.
Which is tough because I really think Cork Suckers either play up or play down to their opponent a lot.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't.
But they seem too good to be a 5.
Yeah, definitely.
I agree. I also, my funny anecdote about this is when I told T that they were going to be the 3, his comment was, we don't even know how to lose correctly. Didn't give up enough runs, I guess.
That's funny.
All right. So with that, the first half, myself, Diana, Cougar, and Ben all ranked the teams, and basically the ones we got correct, we got a point.
Yep.
So, that being said, since there's 36 teams, obviously the max is 36 points. Ben, you got 15. I got 14. Cougar got 20. Diana is kicking our asses at 24.
Woo! Yeah.
So, when I say that myself, Cougar, and Ben know nothing, I am correct in saying that. We don't know shit.
That's not exactly true. You know nothing. I know 1/36 more than nothing.
That's very true. Very true. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes in the second half. Okay. So that means the ones are going to be
Which that makes sense.
Chalmers, Geezer's Good Neighbors, Jackpot, Kansas Tree Care, Lawrence Shirt Factory, and Love Garden. Those are all the ones. The 2s are D-Holes, John Denver Experience, Ladybird Harpies, Poshwash, Red Legs, Red Lion.
Maybe most fun Division 2 ever.
Yeah, definitely. Division 3, so the 3 seeds, Drop Stoppers, Kicking Assets, Muddy Waters, Rats, River City Matadors, and Woost. Division 4, so the 4 seeds, to be Bunt and Grind, Ghosts, Jazz House, 926.5 Massachusetts. Come on down every Tuesday and get drunk with us. Johnny's Tavern, Reboot 10, and Repetition. The 5s are going to be Asteroid Head, Cork Suckers, Free State, Lucky Berry, Nick Lerner's Homies, and Screamers. The 6s are going to be Brew Ballers, Grandstand, Leafy Greens, Liberty Hall, Rockets, and Sacred Sword. Initial thoughts, anyone? Just anything that stand out to you?
It's weird to me how so many of these followed the scripted, the 1 seeds 5-0, the 2s 4-1,
Yeah.
3s 3.
Yeah.
They're only 2 of the divisions went off that beaten path. So that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So that means the board did a good job seeding the divisions.
Just going back to our rank 'em challenge, the Mosasaur division, myself, Cougar, and Ben got absolutely none of them right. Diana got the first 3 and then didn't get the rest. The bottom 3 she missed.
Yeah.
So that was definitely the toughest.
It's because we didn't listen to Bryson enough before the season.
Yeah. Clearly.
The most
Lesson
score
learned.
was the one I missed the most, and then James Naismith, I also missed the same number, but that was due to a three-way tie, and that's kind of harder to tell.
It's hard to predict those runs allowed tiebreakers.
And I was looking back at your discussion questions from the very first podcast that didn't really matter because we got rained out.
Yeah.
And I did bold predictions, and one was that Repetition would take the 6s, and now they're a 4 seed.
Yeah.
And then the other bold prediction I made was that Woos would take the 3s, but I think that'll be a little tough with Muddy in the 3s.
Yeah.
Well,
But I was like,
Repetition is
I
a
had
good
them.
still
Finish 4-1.
Yeah, I was like, I almost had one bold prediction good, and my other bold prediction was that Love Garden could win it all, but we'll see what happens.
After all those singles, I'm not so sure.
Well, Jackie said that Love Garden's beatable, but also I think it's a testament to how good the Woost is that game was so close. I didn't say that earlier.
I mean, they still have like Esco, Dan.
We're
Jackie.
an aging team, but we had it was Carl's 21st birthday, so we got a youngin' in there now.
All
I feel
right.
like
I could have birthed her probably, but that's really
I
great.
feel
She's
like
21.
we need to submit ages next year with our rosters just so we can have these stats. Like, who's the
No.
oldest team? What's the average age in the league?
So many people are gonna pull it like Danny Elmont or reverse Danny Elmont.
Yeah.
First time out mountain, yeah.
All you need to know is that Red Lion's the oldest. That's all you need to know.
No, I think Woost and Lauren's Shirt Company are right on up there with some age stuff.
They had been until they switched out for some younger players. Now our average age is 40, basically.
Yeah.
All right, we might be younger, but my really old age might subvert it the other direction. So we'll see.
Right.
I know in the league there is, I believe, one person that is, maybe two that are 50 and older. So that's pretty exciting.
Cool.
I'm working on that
I would
stat.
say real quick, the movers and shakers from last year, the biggest mover as far as one that dropped division is Lucky Berry. They were 2 last year, and they're down to a 5, so that's 3 spaces. What's that? Mike sucks. Is this good? God damn it.
Yeah.
Am I good now or still no good?
Yeah.
I'm good? Okay, sorry.
You're good.
All right, I'm trying this again. So as a mover the shakers, so Lucky Berry, as I dropped the most places, they were a 2 last year, down to a 5.
Damn.
Meanwhile, Kicking Assets went 0-5 and were a 6 seed last year. They're 3-2, so they move up to a 3 seed. They move up 3 places.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
good to Marisa there and Kicking Assets. And
Still only
say
lost to
they're-
2 teams in the past more than a
I
year.
think weren't they a 6 seed last year though, based on like some 3-way tie shit or
no,
something like
it was
that?
not.
No,
they
it
were
wasn't.
they went over.
Okay.
They went over. They were in the same division.
But then they went and won the Diana Plate.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
How'd they get that much better in half a season?
More people showed up the
Inconsistency in
second
roster.
half.
The first half, like not enough same people on the team. Like case in point, when we played the homies, the game of the week, they're missing like 7 players.
Yeah.
So
That's why this is so much fun because it's like, what can you predict? What team will everybody have each week?
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Sorry, I interrupted your flow. Did you have another one?
So shall we
No.
just go ahead and rank?
Let's
rank
do
them?
it. Yeah.
Ben, how do you think the ones are gonna go?
All right, let's go. KTC first, Jackpot second. I'll give Bryson third.
Look at this.
Yeah.
He is not following
I'm switching.
his own thing. He's not even following it.
Say Bryson third, Love Garden fourth,
Okay.
Lawrence Shirt Factory fifth, and Chalmers is sixth. I love Chalmers, but this is the most. They haven't made a foray into the ones in a while, so.
I don't think ever. I think this is the first time.
No, they've
for the
been ones before.
What?
Yeah,
When?
it's
Chalmers's?
probably before the divisions got.
No,
we did six
several years ago.
divisions.
They were
No, I think it
ones,
was
like maybe
3.
4 or 5 years ago.
It was 3 years ago, I think they were a 1.
Yeah, they
3
were
years ago?
3 a couple years ago,
Maybe
but
2 years ago, they were 2 years ago they were 3. Yeah,
Yeah,
but they've been one
honestly-
before.
Yeah,
They've
there's
been
a
one
crazy
before.
3-way tie
You don't
thing.
remember
Yeah,
no.
they were a 1 seed, at least when I was on the board. At least.
Yeah.
It's been years.
Anyway, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
They're still my favorite team to like pick as a dark horse, but I'm not doing that anymore because I've been scorned so much in the past.
All right. I have it going KTC, Lawrence Shirt Factory, Jackpot, Love Garden, Geezer's Good Neighbors, and Chalmers. Coog.
I have myself as KTC Jackpot and Lawrence Shirt Factory, Love Garden Squids, Chalmers's, and Geese's Good Neighbors. Yeah, Bryson, I
Diana.
went there.
So I had a really hard time because, like I said, Chalmers's, even Geezer's good Neighbors, I hope they do better than what I'm going to put them at. But I just came down and I looked at, well, I have some numbers here and I forget what they were. It was something based on scores. Like I gave numerical amounts for something to do with scores. Anyways, it might have been runs allowed. But so based on that, I ranked the teams as KTC 1, Jackpot 2, Love Garden 3, Lawrence Shirt Factory 4, then Geezer's Good Neighbors, and Chalmers's.
Yeah, because I think based on spread and runs scored, Love Garden would be number 1. I'm just guessing.
I forget. Maybe you know what my numbers mean.
Okay. Jackie?
Over here at the kids' table. Let's see. So I'm going to go, ironically enough, I'm going to match Cougar. KTC, Jackpot, Shirt Factory, Squids, Chalmers, Good Neighbors. Because, I haven't seen you play yet, and you got a big old mouth on you, so I'm excited to put you at the bottom and see what you got to say, Bryson. Bring it.
Okay.
I have one thing to say. We're going 9-1, so you can figure out who the hell you think we're going to lose to.
You're not beating us.
We're
You're
going
not
9-1.
beating KTC, man. Come on, sit down. 2, the 2s.
I could use a beverage if anyone feels like standing up and buying me something.
I want some money on your guys' game now.
Jackie.
It's hot as fuck up here.
It is.
It is. You have to keep drinking.
They're trying to make it feel like live on mass inside.
Right. It's designed to make you drink more. The lights up here are basically the pretzels of the bar.
All right. We are going to go through the 2s. Jackie.
Ooh, I get to start.
Yeah, you get to start this time.
Okay, I'm going to stick with the reds on the top. I'm going to go Red Legs, then Red Lion. Then I'm going to go, oh man, I'm going to get in trouble from my friends on these, but I'm going to go Harpies, D-Holes, JD, Poshwash.
Okay. Diana.
Wow. See, I ain't sleeping on the D-holes. That's what I'm not doing. I have Red Lion first, then D-holes. Third is Red Legs. Fourth is John Denver. And fifth is Lady Bird. And sixth is Poshwash. And only Poshwash because their record was way lower than everybody else. We'll see what happens.
Coog.
I must have more faith in John Denver experience there because of what they did in the tournament last year against Red Lion.
Yeah.
I have John Denver experience 1, Red Lion 2, Red Legs 3, Herdstone D-Holes 4, Lady Bird Harpies 5 because they're newbies in the 2, and Poshwash, 6th.
Well, like, to me, you look at how John Denver did against Rockets, 10-2. Like, that's not that impressive for your
You're right.
seed.
It's not, but I'm just going by past experience there in the tournament.
Yeah.
They're gonna pour it on in the 2s.
Yeah.
All right. For me, I have Red Lion, John Denver experience, Red Legs, Harpies, D-Holes, Poshwash. Yeah.
There are going to be a lot of good games here.
Yeah, definitely.
I've got Lion, Hertz, Lady Bird, John Denver, Red Legs, and just because Poshwash has the worst loss out of all of these. So I think that's probably why we all have him as the 6.
Yeah. Okay. 3s. I guess I will start. I have Muddy Waters. They should finish 5-0 and seriously win every game by double digits. Matadors, Rats, Woost. Kicking Assets, Drop Stoppers, Cougar.
Muddy Waters go 5-0. As far as double digits, I can see that. So Muddy Waters, Studio, Rats, River City Matadors, 3rd. 4th would be Woost. 5th is Kicking Assets, and Drop Stoppers at 6 because them is at 3. Oh God, I fear.
Yeah, they have the worst record out of all of them.
Yeah, no, they're gonna be screwed.
Yeah, Diana.
So I have Muddy as 1, Woost is 2,
Okay.
Mats is 3. Even though I think Woost and Mats is going to be a good game.
Yeah.
4 Rats, 5 Kicking Assets, 6 Drop Stoppers.
Okay, Jackie.
I think the 3s, other than Muddy Waters, is one of the most convoluted ones out there as someone who has played against all these teams. But, well, no. I mean, Muddy...
They were in Denver.
Muddy's got it. I mean, there's no way around that. But then I want to pick my team to be number 2. But it just depends if it's a 5 o'clock game or not. You can see our schedule. We're not always the best at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's hard for us. And so, because we're feeding everybody. So I'm going to go Muddy, Rats, Woost. And then I'm stuck between Small Hands and Kicking Assets. I just don't know. Like, I'm going to go Matadors, Kicking Assets. And then, sorry, Bunt. You got
Drop Stoppers.
Or Drop Stoppers, I mean. Sorry, you got put there, and it's probably a little too high for your placing right now.
Yeah.
Cool. That's the threes, right?
No, I gotta
Ben.
go.
Ben. Yeah,
I
sorry.
think I'm with you guys on Muddy, and I think they probably will go 5-0. I put Kicking Assets second just because I've seen them play, and I'm biased. And I think they have two things going for them. They are still being underranked in the AP pool, so they have the nobody believes in us going for them, which is a powerful weapon. But they're also the team that nobody. I've had multiple people say who are Kicking Assets, which means that they can sneak up on people still. So I'm gonna.
But when you tell them bagels, they're like, oh, okay.
Oh, right. They were the ones that went 0-5 in division play last year. So Assets has lost to 2 top 10s in the past year plus.
Yeah.
So if they take a loss here, when they take a loss here, if they take a loss here, it'll be the first one to a parallel team. So I've got them 2, Rats 3, because they just look fucking fantastic. Woost 4, Mats 5, and Drop Stoppers 6.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so that's the threes. Moving on to the fours. Cougar, you want to start us off?
Sure, I'll just do it. At 1, I have Johnny's Tavern. Number 2, I have Jazz House. 3, I have Reboot X. 4th is Ghost. 5th is Button Grind. And 6th, Repetition Coffee. Them been being the 4s, not so sure.
Wow, we cannot be more different.
Diana.
Okay.
I have Johnny's 1, Ghost 2, Reboot 3, because we're going to beat them again, even though it'll be really fun, and we have to figure out who's going to shave their beard this time for that bet. Jazz House 4, Repetition 5, Button Grind 6.
Okay. Jackie.
We're a little closer, Diana. All right, Thomas, I'm going to challenge your ass, okay? I'm going to pick you first. I'm picking you number 1 here. Get your team together. Get good, okay? I think you got it in you. Then I'm going to go Johnny's, Ghosts, Jazz, Repetition, Button Grind.
Katie, what the hell do you have to say?
So on a side note, I totally got super drunk on Sunday and
almost
bet Thomas that I would shave my head.
It's got to be a mutual
It was
thing.
so close. He knew what I was getting to, and we're like, no,
We
I
were
can't.
drunk,
I
like
can't do it. I
Sam
can't
on
do it.
Reboot tried to bet us that
can't do
James
it.
Tolbert, our center fielder, would play for them next year. I'm like, that's not how bets work.
No, that's not going to work because
He's a
I told James
person.
he can't
He's
go
not a
anywhere without
thing
me,
to
and
be
we're not going
traded.
anywhere, so we're fine.
All right. Ben.
I've got Jazz House winning this thing.
Okay.
And I think it probably depends on which Johnny shows up, because they're capable of being a semi-dominant team, but
Yeah,
they're also capable
definitely.
of some serious mental errors.
Yeah.
But after seeing Jazz House play, I think, no disrespect, Di, because you killed us last time, but I think to suggest that they'll finish 5 here is nuts. They're a really good team.
Yeah, I'm nervous about Jazz House.
Yeah,
It's
I would
hard
be
to
too.
pick your own division a little bit.
They have tremendous athletes on that team. The difference between our team and theirs was 6 hero throws. 3 of them were outs. 3 of them led to 3 runs, and that was the difference in the game.
Yeah, it was roughing out.
So I've got Jazz 1, Johnny's 2, Reboot 3, Ghost 4, Bunt and Grind 5, and Repetition 6, just because welcome to the higher division.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I have Johnny's 1, Jazz House 2, Ghost 3, Bunt and Grind 4, Reboot 5, Repetition 6.
Wow, I think you have the most faith in Button Grind out of everybody.
Yeah.
Coming out of that 3-way
I
tie.
shouldn't.
Why?
But-
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
I was doing this under duress.
Well, he knew he was going to be fucked no
before the
matter
show
where you picked
started.
him.
So that's basically what it was.
Would you have him 3rd?
I had him, fourth.
Okay, 4th.
Fourth, yeah.
What,
Above
they just-
Reboot and Repetition. But
their 2 favorite actions is your favorite thing to do?
What?
Button Grind?
Yeah.
That's just all. That's the funny thing is that all the 3 teams that were in that 3-team tie are all Jekyll and Hyde teams.
Yeah.
Drop Stoppers,
Yeah.
Button Grind, and Corksuckers. It's just too hard.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to go to the 5s now. And who hasn't let off yet? Diana.
Oh, okay. So 1, Corksuckers. 2, Free State. 3, Asteroid Head. 4, Lucky Berry. 5, Screamers. 6, Homies.
May I remind you, Diana?
But I have
hold
a
on,
bold.
hold on.
Wait. I have a bold prediction. I have a 3-way tie between Asteroid Head, Lucky Berry, and Free State.
Ooh, I like it.
May I go ahead. I'll say it later.
Go ahead.
Jack,
No,
Jack.
Cougar, just go ahead. Go ahead.
May I remind you, Diana?
And don't boo me. It makes
May I
me
remind you,
sad.
Diana? Diana, may I remind you that you picked Liberty Hall to finish ahead of Homies. So you're picking us last again?
Ooh,
Well, it's my
Cougar's getting
favorite.
saucy.
At
like
your
it.
peril.
Liberty Hall
I
to
thought you
pick ahead of
usually
Homies.
supported that decision.
Cougar's saucy. It's
I
great.
heard that. I'm like, you know what? I will remember that. So I heard that Diana. I was like, she's like,
Oh,
Diana
he's
said
doing the
that.
hand motion and saying, "I'm
I
gonna remember."
Yep.
I love it. I love
If you're
it.
picking the Homies last, go ahead. Go ahead and do it.
Cougar, man, I know you play for the
dare you
homies,
to
but
prove me wrong. You
Well,
want
you
to
were
bet
wrong
on it?
beforehand with Liberty Hall, so good job.
You want to
so.
bet? What do you want to bet?
There's nothing to bet.
right.
Just me being right. So
Cougar,
there you go.
since this is your, we'll let you go next then.
All right.
Since you disagree with Diana so much,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So there you go. I don't know why she's picking us last, but whatever. Free State Growlers 1, Lucky Berry 2, Corksuckers 3, Asteroid 4, Homies 5, and Screamer 6. By the way, Jeff, let me say this real quick. Every time you kick a ball, just think of Diana's face in it. Every single time. There I went there.
Yeah, Jeff. Think of a woman's face.
I'm not
as
mad
you
at
kick.
Diana. I really am not. I'm just not motivated.
about when
I'm
kicking
like
a
now
woman's face.
super motivated like right
Jeff,
now.
I've always supported you and said it's so mean how they talk so poorly about you on the podcast.
Hardly, I guess. I don't know. Also, Cougar, are you not picking us by 1 run? You know how good
We
luck
haven't
that
gotten
is.
to that
We haven't got the
part.
predictions yet.
I've never been to a podcast
fifth,
before.
winning every single game by 1 run.
exactly right.
It's my mad science. It's my mad science.
We haven't gotten to that yet.
The
We haven't
split.
gotten to that
You
yet.
haven't got there yet.
It's good because there's going to be a 5. There's going to be a
My
5
logic is not
way
really close.
tie for
Yeah.
first place.
I know. Well, thank you, Jeff.
Just because you were a roadie for
But also,
the Allman Brothers.
I do hope that Homies does awesome, but they didn't have a single close game. Your closest game was 2 to 10 or 6 to
You're right.
14, whereas
You're right.
Screamers had
But again,
5-7.
You
Jazz
picked Liberty
House.
Hall over the Homies, so shut up.
Hey now.
Cougar, take
Hey
that finger
now.
and lick
So
that
that's all I
damn
gotta say.
lemon frosting and shush
fine.
it, okay? Just lick the frosting.
I can't, my
You
tongue
need
is
more
too-
sugar.
My tongue is too short.
Wow.
That's your problem.
I'm not
Just-
mad, Diana. I'm just
just-
really motivated.
It's
so.
all right. I'll come.
Just
to
for the record, Cougar has been drinking, so that's why he's extra saucy tonight, man. All right, so we got Diana, we had Cougar. I'll go next.
Get the fire department down
Yeah,
here. Cougar's packing heat.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not mad, Diana. I'm just
Man.
really motivated right now. So
Yeah,
seriously, I'm not. So
I have.
Oh, let me go.
I'll help propel you to victory.
so
I have Asteroid Head, Free State, Corksuckers, Lucky Berry, Homies, and Screamers.
You got Asteroid Head first, huh? You got Asteroid Head first.
Dude, that offense is killer.
Yeah, they played some close games against good teams.
Yeah. Ben.
I'll do them in reverse order. I have Homies
Screamers
last. Screamers 5th.
Okay.
Lucky Berry 4th. Asteroid Head 3rd. And then I've got Cork 2 and Free State 1. So I have the same as Diana, but I flipped the first 2.
It's hard.
Okay.
Corksuckers is one of those teams too that likes to disappoint.
Yeah,
You.
I basically my rationale here was basically Free State's the hotter team, so I took them.
Like better looking or just in better form?
Both. Look at Seth out there.
Killing it with
Talk
it,
about
man.
packing heat.
All right, Jackie.
So I flip-flop mine with CJ. I'm going to go with Free State first, then Asteroid Head, Lucky Cork, Homies Screamers.
Okay.
She just didn't want to get
All
yelled
right.
at by Cougar.
We are all
I
completely
wasn't
different
yelling.
here.
Yeah, completely different.
No,
So,
I would like to
wasn't.
remind
No, I
everybody that the Homies did beat the Woost in the battle for the
That's true.
plate. So
I think the threes are the hardest 2 through 6, and this is the hardest 1 through 6.
agree, 100%.
Yeah.
Sanchez, what do you want?
So for Diana and CJ for not picking Free State number 1, I don't know if I've been sitting next to Bryson for too long or what, but I'm ready to bet you guys on that because there's no way
we
not
can
gonna
talk
be
off.
first.
We can talk off
so
mic.
Seth,
Yeah.
We can talk
also,
off mic.
I have faith in you, and I think that's what I said. The 1 and 2 is gonna be the hardest. That's one of the games
Yeah.
I'm most looking forward to. But also, you are of all the captains when I asked at the beginning of the season what your outlook on your team is, if you think you'll be better, worse,
I was
the
the
same.
most honest.
You were the only captain
Yeah.
who said you would be worse.
And we were. I know. And now I'm telling you that we're going to sweep the 5s for sure.
So you're the
Yeah.
most. So we should trust whatever you
You should
say.
trust what I said. I
Got it.
told you we were going to be worse, and we
I have
were.
no faith in your team.
We just beat a 2 seed. Give me
Yeah.
a break.
Seth, give us a classic Bryson quote then. Like, the rest of these teams are trash.
I can't say that. I can't say that, but yeah.
No,
You got your girls picked out?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
that's
got-
a Bryson quote, right? Got your girls picked out?
Yeah. Our girls are our best players. It's the guys that we got to figure out.
Oh, they definitely are.
All right. Thanks, Seth. All right, so we'll go with the 6s now.
I kind of want to change my mind. Can I change my mind?
Do it.
Oh, I mean,
Do
yeah.
it.
Nope. You know what?
I'm
Diet-
changing
It's
it.
not official.
I don't
It's
feel
not
like-
official
Changing
until.
it. Free State 1.
Yes!
Court 2.
Oh,
there
wait,
we
Cougars
go.
still last? Okay,
Yeah.
you're not changing that.
Now I'm guaranteed to
Free
beat
State
the
was
rest
last.
of you
Keep us last.
because
Good.
I had the exact same picks as Die.
All right, we'll go
You're
with the
welcome.
6s now. So, Ben, you want to lead us off?
I've got Rockets 1, largely in the strength of that showing in the last game against a 4. Sword 2, Brewballers 3, Liberty Hall 4, then Leafy, then Grandstand.
I have something similar to that. I have Rockets 1, Sacred Sword 2, Liberty Hall 3, Brewballers 4, Leafy Greens 5, Grandstand 6. Coog.
Mine's pretty close to Ben. It is Rockets 1, Sacred Sword 2, Brewballers 3, Liberty Hall 4. This time I actually have Grandstand 5. Thank you. And because they have way too many new players to get, together and all that, Leafy Greens dead last.
Okay, Diana.
All right. So, yeah, I'm super similar to CJ, except for I flopped 2 people. So I have Rockets first, which also, good job this week. Like, I think
Yeah.
they're going to
Yeah.
get first
Yeah.
easily. Sacred Sword 2, Late Fees 3, Brewballers 4, Grandstand 5,
Okay.
and Leafy 6 because I looked and Grandstand did better than Leafy Greens on both runs scored and runs allowed.
Okay. Yeah. That's why she's the Oracle.
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel great about
Jackie,
this because
you'll
my
win-
picks are close to hers.
Because I don't have to do any points for the end of the season. I can kind of willy-nilly pick my stuff.
Yeah.
I'm picking the Sword to win it. Damn it. My old team. I gotta give them some hopes. Maybe if we don't have a lot of festivals in August, so I feel like a lot of the Sword players will actually be back and be able to actually play. And I think
Yeah.
that's been the problem this last month with them, that a lot of their people that can play are unfortunately running concerts also. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go Sword, Rockets, Brewballers, Glass Kickers, Fees, and Leafy Greens.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Jackie. Okay, so I do have like 2 discussion questions going on right now. So, what game or games are you looking forward to as a player? And then the follow-up question is as a spectator. So, Ben, go ahead.
I've got a lot. I don't. I'm looking.
I mean, just pick one for right now because I know we're probably going to talk about a lot of them.
Okay,
as we
that's
go.
fair. I will. I'll say that as a player, I'm looking forward to the Ladybird game because a Lion hasn't played Ladybird in a long time, and Grant and I were talking about this a couple weeks ago. How it looked like we both might wind up in the 2s, and I just feel like that'll be a really competitive, super fun game.
Yeah.
And then as a fan, I think I've got to go all the way to Game of the Week, the last week of rank play, because it's going to be Geezers versus Happy Shirt, and I'll get to ref probably. So I'm really looking forward to that one.
Nice. Nice. Coog.
As a player, I would say Homies versus Screamers week 4 or week 9 on July 29th. I think the reason why, because we were in the 5s last year, there, Aaron, of course, in the stands, and you were missing some players. It was week 4 or week 9 or 10 when we played you guys, and somehow we came with a victory over the Screamers. So I know that Screamers got a little bit of vengeance on their mind on the Homies, and rightfully so. And again, that's for, I think, for the 5 and the 6s place in the 5s, because I think the other 4 are just better than us. Sorry.
Diana.
So
Go
Oh,
ahead.
oh
Coop.
yeah,
Go
as
ahead,
a
Coop.
spectator,
Go ahead, Coop.
sorry. Real easy. KTC and Jackpot. Duh. So.
Okay.
So as a spectator, I guess now Cork and Free State to see if I'm going to regret flip-flopping. Red Legs and D-Holes, because those were teams that had a really difficult time deciding who was the better team, so I'm happy to see what they show me. And then also Matadorus versus Woost, because Matadorus would like you to remember that they beat Channel 6 last year.
Yeah.
And they've
That was
looked
the
good
one
this
thing
year.
you told me at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And then actually Geezers, Good Neighbors, and Love Garden, because even though I picked Geezers below, I think that'll be a really good game, and
Yeah.
Geezers could come out on top.
Yeah.
And then
definitely.
as a spectator, or as a player, I'm looking forward to both playing Reboot and Johnny's, because I think that'll be a really good test for us.
Okay.
For the Ghosts, I'm on the Ghosts.
Jackie.
In case you didn't know.
So games I'm looking forward to watching. I have to agree that it's Geezer's Good Neighbors and Lawrence Shirt Factory, because that game of the week and that 14th inning, it was so just hot and tiring in the
yeah.
stands. It was so intense.
I forgot about
And it came
that.
down to like that one little
remember that.
error.
Yeah.
And so I'd really like to see it again, 100%. That was one of my favorite games of my entire life watching kickball.
Yep.
On another side, I'd love to see the Free State Asteroid Head game, because they're very different playing teams, and I've reffed a couple Asteroid Head games and played against Free State, and I think that'll be a really competitive, cool game. And then for myself, I'm really excited to play Muddy Waters, because they have actively been playing 4 women in the outfield, or in defense, just like the Woost has all season. And so I'm looking forward to that myself. But I have never played the Drop Stoppers before. And I've played every other team. It's the one team I've not played against yet in my career in kickball. So I'm excited to play a new team and cross off all of them off my little map of the kickball. I've played all the teams. So
All right.
You're in Tom Brady, Brett Favre territory here. Like, played every team. Almost.
Almost.
I can only hope I'm as kick-ass as Tom Brady and Brett Favre, and don't send any dick pics.
Oh, don't sell yourself short. Yeah.
For me, I want to see the Ladybird Harpies and like D-Holes, only because
Yep.
I think they're basically. I think Ladybird has more talent, but D-Holes has a lot more experience, and so like it's kind of just.
So then we'll
the
know
up-
if all us old people are like justified being
Yeah,
out
if they're
there
gonna
on
kill
the
them off
field
or
'cause
something.
we're
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah. It's
smart.
like a Logan Run type thing. You
Yeah,
know?
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
This is the battle for the octogenarians.
yeah.
Put those kids in their place.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't let us down,
It's
Hamid.
definitely the get off my lawn game. So yeah,
I love it.
I'd
Let's
see
go with that.
And then Red Legs and Red Lion, only because one, it was a really good game last year, right?
Yeah, I think we always have good games. with them.
Yeah. And then plus, it's the battle of the RLs.
Yes, and Commissioner's
them change
edict,
their
if
name
the
if
Red
you
Legs
win.
lose this game, then we're changing it, the schedule, the website, it's just going to say legs. So you guys better win.
All right. And then as a player, obviously, like for me, KTC, I want to play those
Oh, yeah.
guys. I love those guys. I want to play them. Lawrence Shirt Factory, just because I like. This is just me, but every team that I've been on since 2008 has played against Lawrence Shirt Factory at least once. So I love playing those guys. It's gonna be fun. And then Chalmers's too. Like this is probably I think the second time I played 14 seasons. I've only played against Chalmers's twice. This will be
Is that right?
this will be once, and then this will be the second time that I played.
All right.
So
It might turn you to most fuckable, CJ. You
Yeah,
might
I-
leave.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that
I know.
fuckable shit's contagious.
Yeah, it is. So hopefully we won't get enticed by their fuckability. So
How could you not?
yeah, it's definitely tough. So
The
yeah,
sexy
those
sirens
are the
of
ones
kickball.
Yeah, the sexy sirens of kickball.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we
Also, Jackie, if that Geezer's Lawrence Shirt Factory game goes 13-14 innings again, and I have to rep, then make sure you have one of those Just Food diapers ready for
Are we
me.
just gonna call it after?
We
like
got you
an hour and a
covered.
half?
No.
All right. So shall we talk about some games?
Let's do.
All right, there we go. Just to give an update on the Pick'em Challenge from last week, I have the scores right here.
Just make it up.
Ben, wait, no, that was week 4.
Did you just not fill it out?
Oh fuck, it went somewhere. It came out. Oh no.
Can I do
Oh, no,
like
I
a
know.
vodka soda?
There we
Got
go.
it?
Yeah, all
Okay,
right.
we
Nope,
found
that's
it.
Got it.
Yes, please.
Bremen
Fire
Diet.
Siege.
I'll buy 2.
I do not know where it went. I know that I went 2-0, or 2-1. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it is 4, right? No, wait. Week 4 review, right?
Well, you got time. We're waiting for drinks anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Matadors and JDE. Yeah, this is it. Ben went 1-2.
Liar.
I went 3-0. Holy shit! All right. Cougar went 2-1,
Yay.
and Ari, who was picking last week for the guest, went 1-2.
Oh, Ari.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I don't have the
Ari's
full
carrying
standings.
water for the guest. That might be the worst guest record ever.
Yeah, that's tied because I don't think anyone's went over, so it's definitely been 1 and
Oh,
2.
God.
But
Yeah, but she can throw people out between her
yeah,
legs, so
between
we're
her
not
legs.
gonna.
Yeah, so yeah,
we're not
exactly.
gonna count.
Oh, yay. Oh,
Yeah,
we
so-
just got
yeah,
shots
the
from
up-to-date
grandstands.
I will update the full standings for all of us next
Because we
week.
didn't pick them last in the 6s. You miss out. Thank you.
Hey!
Is this tequila shots?
No, lemon drop.
Oh, lemon drop. Oh, thank God. Thank God.
Yeah, it's because you're
Oh, you
sweet
love
and
lemon.
tart.
I do love lemon. Yeah,
He
exactly.
loves
I
lemon
like lemon.
flavored things.
I think
Okay,
I could
okay,
give you
okay,
the standings.
all right,
I'm pretty
thanks.
sure the guest is
Kristen.
up 2. Me and you are tied. Cougars back 1. I'm pretty sure that's how it
Okay.
is.
Okay, but we'll have the full standings most likely next week. I've been trying to play catch up ever since I got back from
Yeah.
Ireland, so yeah. Either way. Where's Jackie? We will let Jackie go last.
She's getting
then.
drinks.
Yeah, it's fine. So, God damn it. Where is that stupid schedule?
That was it.
You want this one?
Upcoming schedule? That's the one. That's right.
Okay. Week 6, July 8th, YSC 1, 5 p.m. Reboot 10 versus Repetition. Ben.
Ooh. Well, now I got to look and see who I picked to finish better in the
Yeah,
division.
so basically for the next 5 weeks, instead of saying we're going to skip over some games, we're actually going to pick every one of them.
Cool. I like it.
Yeah. Because, I mean,
Well, unless we're like in week 10 and one team is 0-4 and the other is 4-0,
Yeah,
then we
yeah,
might.
yeah.
Okay. Oh God. Tough crowd.
I know. Jesus.
I'll go with reboot.
Okay. I'm going to go Reboot as well. Cougar.
Yeah, Repetition. Congratulations, Unit 4s. You're going to get fucked. Reboot X, yeah.
Reboot 10.
Reboot 10 will beat Repetition. Sorry, Hasm, former teammate. Love you, buddy.
Actually, that's good because if repetition gets fucked over and over again, that name comes in handy. It's...
Boo.
We're still biding time for Jackie. Give me a break.
Yeah. Oh, God, that was so bad. That was just not bad.
That is not Cougar's Comedy Corner.
Not good. That was not Cougar's Comedy Corner for the week.
I can't wait for that. Fucking jokes. Oh, well. Whatever.
What are you, anti-joke?
No, I'm going to be embarrassed by for the joke segment, too.
I didn't
I'm
actually
already
grab
blushing.
one, so
You
we
didn't
need
grab
somebody
one?
in the crowd to come up with a
Can someone
joke.
look for, okay,
Yeah.
somebody always look for me a joke for me so I can get embarrassed.
Anybody look up
Look for a
dirty
dirty joke on
yeah,
your phone
dirty
for
joke.
me, all right?
Wait. But we have to have
Wait,
write it
I
down.
have to say it.
So Cougar says
Write
it.
it down. Write down a
Write
piece
it down
of paper.
so Cougar says it.
Write a piece of paper.
All right. All right. So
Keep on trucking. She'll get
yeah,
back here.
Diana.
Reboot.
Okay. I guess we'll go on to the next one.
Yep.
Okay. YC1, 7 p.m. Love Garden versus Jackpot. Diana. Jackpot. Coog.
Now, if I recall, unfortunately, last year in Week 10, that was your only loss of the season. That was
That it was. That it
Love
was.
Garden.
We lost 5-2.
That close to a perfect season. So, you know what? Yeah, I'll have to go with Jackpot.
All right. I'm going to choose us because why am I going to bet against my own team?
Yeah.
Ben.
Yeah, this is just a record bias, but I think this is going to be. Well, I think Jackpot has had to play a couple of tough teams already, and Love Garden hasn't had to play a team as tough as Jackpot has had to play. So I'm going to go with the team that's more ready for the game.
Okay. So that is.
You guys.
I just want to make sure.
Plus, I have a hard time picking against you because I love gambling. Fucking jackpot, motherfucker.
Jeez.
All right.
Oh my God.
YSC 2, 5 p.m. John Denver experience versus Poshwash. We'll start with Ben.
I'm going to pick Posh. I think they're going to correct the trend here. I think they get everybody back and fix things. And I know John Denver's good. I just have not been impressed with the way that they've won games.
So I have a little trouble with this because we all picked how we thought the rank play would end up, so it falls in line. So Ben, did you pick Posh to be above John Denver?
No, I picked Posh 6, and it could still happen that they wind up 6 but win this game.
I guess a little bit of his week by week, if you have intel, like maybe John Denver has 5 people out of town, and you're the only person that knows.
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
I have no inside info.
I'm just joking. I'm just talking about the irony of us going through this motion when we just picked all the divisions, our pool play ranks. That's all. But week to week is different, as we have all seen, and we change
But
our
also,
mind.
this is a good chance for all of us to completely contradict what we just said.
Yeah, it makes sense to me more like as you get further out, because after you see how teams play against the people in their pools.
Yeah.
I'm just being the devil's advocate. That's all.
That's
I just was
being a
thinking
jerk.
about the.
That's what you're
That's
doing.
totally
You're being
fair.
a jerk right
That's
now.
totally
I
fair.
don't know. I'm being a huge. No, I think it's so good. I just bringing up the irony of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So I picked the John Denver GOAT experience.
Okay. Coog?
Poshwash, unless you find a way to get yourself off the mat after that loss to Free State, I think they're going to struggle in the 2s. I got JDE.
Okay.
JDE, yeah.
Jackie? Well,
John Denver versus.
yeah. YSC2, 7 p.m. Or 5 p.m.
5 p.m.
I'm going to go JDE.
Okay. All right. YSC2, 7 p.m. Lawrence Shirt Factory versus Kansas Tree Care. Diana.
KTC.
Okay. Jackie.
KTC.
Ben.
I'm going to go Shirt Factory.
Okay.
I feel like their defense might match up well with KTC's offense.
Okay. I'm going to go KTC. Coog.
All this time, I basically picked Lawrence Shirt Factory to win almost everything, whereas division, championship, and so forth. I love KTC, and they're awesome. They're probably going to win it all. Damn it, I cannot give up on the OGs, the old guys. Lawrence Shirt Factory, don't fail me now. Come on, man.
All right. YSC3, 5 p.m. Woost versus Drop Stoppers. Ben.
Yeah. This one, I think I just have to go on the strength of Woost's victories here. I'll take them.
Woost. Coog.
Remember I said their repetition copies have been fucked in the 4s?
Yeah.
Yeah, Drop Stoppers get fucked in the 3s. Yeah, Woost. Yeah, Jackie, just take it easy on
This is
on
like
those.
say that one more time. Blue and I fucked. Yeah.
Jackie, just take it
I
easy
mean,
on
I don't
on
think
the-
we should be too mean to Drop Stoppers because they are a formidable team. They've had a history
They're a
of,
nice team. They're not
of
formidable.
being a good mid-level team.
Not a
And
mid-level.
this could be their. They used to be. So, but I'm
Yeah,
still
when
thinking,
Simon played 10 years ago.
I don't think we should give them such a hard time, even though most of us picked them as a 6. I think they could still cause some upsets. But I'm still picking Woost. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Don't look at it ahead of time. Coog.
Wu-Tang is for the children.
Okay.
That means us.
Yeah.
No one understands the Wu-Tang Clan anymore.
Did you get a hernia? CJ's got a hernia. We got to take a quick
Okay,
medical
got
break.
Charlie Horse there?
YSC3, 7 p.m.
Wu-Tang Clan's average age is like 50, I
Grandstand
think.
versus Sacred S Word. Ben.
Okay.
Well, I think I picked S-Word to finish at the top and Grandstand at the bottom, so I have to stick with it here. I'll go with Sacred Sword.
All right, I'm going Sword as well. Cougar.
Sacred S word. I hope you get your roster, in order, because sometimes I wonder. But it'll be Sacred Sword.
I'm going to pick Grandstand.
Ooh. Jackie.
It's 4th of July weekend. I forgot about this. Shit. I picked Sword to win it, so I'm going to pick Sword. But if you got your team, Kristen, you guys could beat them.
Yeah.
Okay,
This,
you're-
well, it's like the.
And we're going
I
to do
don't-
Kristen's shot she gave Cougar.
No,
Jackie.
it makes
I
as
know.
big a
Lemon drop.
difference because it's 4th of July is in the middle of the fucking week.
It's a lemon drop.
Yeah.
Who's responsible for this calendar anyway? Fucking Romans. Don't get me started on Augustus.
I know. It's just, I know. We always say, or at least it always comes down to, it depends on who shows up.
Mm-hmm.
But it's especially true during rank play because it definitely does depend on who shows up.
Yeah,
every
the
fucking
teams are
week.
so close.
Yeah.
One player can make a huge
Yeah,
difference.
Definitely. Okay. Where am I at? YSC4, 5 p.m. Asteroid Head versus Nick Lerner's homies. Jackie.
Asteroid Head.
Diana.
I'm like really nervous. I'm gonna get yelled at again. I will say Asteroid Head was so tough. We played them, and even though we beat them like 14-10, the game could have gone a different direction. Don't yell at me, Asteroid Head.
I'm not gonna yell at you.
Asteroid Head because I just really think that their offense is just a lot better than the homies' defense. You suck long hair and beard.
Children.
Ben.
Cougar, step into my office for a second.
What, the principal office?
Let your runners run. If the ball is overthrown at third, you send them, unless there's nobody out. If you have a person on second that could go to third, and somebody bunts, and you have a chance to get the out at first, get the out. Let your players throw. No hero throws, but if you have a chance to get an out, you go for it at a base. Let your team take a couple chances, and I think you can do some good things here. Be aggressive. Aggressive, not stupid. There is a fine line.
RESSIVE.
Be
aggressive.
Be aggressive.
I'm going to pick the homies to take my advice and win this game.
We'll try. We will try.
Coog.
However, let me know. All right. Here's the thing. What Diana said, 14-10, is very valid. Totally valid. Why am I getting more shots? Damn it. Fuck. What you said about the offense, you're actually right, Asteroid Head.
What?
But. To Dana, rest of the season, RIP, homies by one.
Yeah. Take the shot, Coog.
Love you, Cougs.
There we go.
Oh, God. I hate Fireball.
YSC4. YSC4, 7 p.m. Liberty.
I feel like a cat.
Liberty Hall versus Leafy Greens. Oh, I guess I'll go first. Liberty Hall, Cougar. Liberty Hall versus Leafy Greens.
Am I up? No. Liberty Hall.
Diana.
Don't get the first win.
Yeah.
Liberty Hall, they definitely got some talent.
Yeah.
Fees.
Jackie. Okay.
Fees over Flora.
All right, there we go.
I like it.
Holcomb Wright, 5 p.m. Johnny's versus Bunt and Grind. We'll go Diana.
I'm gonna pick Johnny's, even though I think it's tough. Like I've seen Button Grind this season. I play against Red Lakes, and it didn't look too bad. I haven't seen Johnny's, but I'm gonna pick Johnny's.
Okay. Cougar.
I got Johnny's. Button Grind. God, they're so helter skelter. Johnny's a little more steady. Tim, don't let your team down. Johnny's.
I got Johnny's as well. Ben.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Johnny's, but I'm picking Bunt and Grind to lose.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, Johnny.
The reverse jinx is on. So, Jackie, what do you got?
Johnny's.
All right. Holcomb Wright, 7 p.m. Muddy Waters versus Kicking Assets. We'll start with Jackie.
Muddy Waters.
Yep.
Kicking Assets is gonna get their ass kicked. I'm sorry.
They're gonna get their assets kicked.
I'll give you butt massages after.
Actually, can we amend what we were saying earlier? And as
That's what he
punishment to
said.
Muddy Waters for winding up in the threes, can we not pick any of their games? And just say,
We can do that. We can do that.
All right.
He's not picking any of their games.
Yeah.
We all said they were going to go undefeated in that division, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, and then so you can only pick their game if you think that they'll win by less than 10 runs.
Well, I'll pick the game now. Then I don't think they're going to win by 10 or more.
Okay.
Kicking Assets can score.
All right. Holcomb left, 5 p.m. Jazz House, 926 and a half Massachusetts. Come on down every Tuesday, 250, almost anything. You can heckle Cougar. You can heckle the rest of us.
The word has gotten out, man.
Drunk.
I don't know if it's CJ's pretty face or the 250 anything, but we got a good crowd tonight.
Yeah, we do.
Hey, Harbor, how many errors will CJ have next time?
He just stands on first with a hurt leg usually. That is very true.
For those of you at home, Hobber just talked a bunch of shit on CJ.
My knee hasn't fully healed, Hobber.
Right.
Thanks for that.
Hey, although Chelsea and Aaron did a fantastic job emceeing while you were gone, the next time you're gone, we're getting Hobber to MC for you. Payback time.
All right. They're playing Jazz House is playing the Ghosts. So Jazz House is playing the Ghosts. Ben.
Jazz House put a scare red line. I got to pick them.
Okay, I'm going Ghosts. Coog.
I'm picking Jazz House to finish overhead of Ghosts. I don't know why I feel
thanks a lot, Cougar. You're such a fucking dick.
Let me finish. But because, I don't know why I feel nice, even though I feel a little butthurt that she picked homies to pick last over streamers.
God.
You know what? I'll just pick the Ghost to beat Jazz House.
Finally.
Why not?
Because I think every time we think we have a close game we could win, like all the years of the podcast, you never pick us.
That's not always true.
It's
Most of the
always
times I pick
true.
against you.
I think we're
Sometimes.
not friends anymore, Cougar.
I didn't know we were friends in the
To
first
pull a
place.
Cougarism.
I'm just kidding.
To pull a Cougar here.
Check
the tape.
Check the tape. I have picked Ghosts. Come on. Check the tape.
Jackie.
Check the tape.
I think Holcomb
I
left
know.
is an interesting field, and people like to kick balls to the walls.
We did get a home run last time
And
we were
so
on
I think with that being said, Ghost's history will allow them to win because they'll know how to regulate that field properly.
Yeah, except for I'm bummed. I really wanted to pick Jazz House to win on the podcast that I'm here so I could get a free shot, but I got to pick the Ghost.
I'll tell you what, if Diana, if Jazz House wins, I'll give you my shot.
You're going to what?
I said, I'll give you my shot for picking Jazz House.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Holcomb left, 7 p.m. Rockets versus Brew Ballers. Cougar.
Rockets, please make your game against Repetition Copy last week respectable against Brew Ballers. You better win this one. Come on.
Yeah,
Beat the Brew Ballers.
I'm going Rockets based off of last week's game.
Yeah, I feel like maybe they got a taste because that last game was really close. I'm going to pick them too.
Jackie.
I think Andy Fry is still in town, so I think Rockets will
I
win.
just saw him today having
Yeah,
lunch
but-
at Wheatfield.
Oh, no, he's running my show for me in Kansas City so I could be on the podcast. So thanks, Andy. I owe you one. But I think Rockets will win because Andy's still in town. I think he's gone the rest of the season, though.
Okay. Diana.
Rockets.
Okay. Lions East, 5 p.m. Red Lion versus Red Legs.
Oh, it's the Reds.
Jackie.
Oh, you made me go first?
No, Ben has to go last.
Oh, it's 4th of July. Ben, how many people are here? Is your whole team around, you think, or no?
Todd took the week off last week. I'm pretty sure we got a full roster, and I think this might be the first game that Chris actually plays, so we might have a full roster plus our actual captain.
Finley's going to hate me, but I'm going to pick the Lion then because I feel like the Redlegs are still young and don't understand that kickball comes first over family.
Nick Lerner is gone. I'm sorry. Nick is going to be
Lerner's
gone. And I think he's the only one, though.
But you guys moved him down in the lineup. He's not up.
No, he's Mr. Versatile. We've had him everywhere.
How's
batted.
he
I think he batted
doing?
cleanup one week. He batted second this past week. He's
second. I thought
dynamite. Second or third. One of the
third.
other.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. He's
Has
all
he
over.
been adapting to all his different roles?
He gets on base no matter where he is. That's kind
I
of
know,
where we
he's
shift
such
him
a dick
around.
like
yeah,
that.
he's a wily motherfucker.
He's a good guy. He's my boss. Jeff would agree, right?
I pick Red Lion.
Coog.
I am not wasted. I'm buzzed. I'm not wasted. I would
you
never lie to
should
you.
be.
I would never lie to you, Jeff. Lion over legs. They're both really good teams.
Shut up, Tyson.
I'm going Lion. I'm going Lion.
I'm going Lion. Ben.
I'm going to pick us, and Finley, if you're listening, you better put somebody else at pitcher, because otherwise we're just going to kick the ball at Troy's legs all day. He can't field that shit. I think it's going to be a close, good game like it usually is with them. I'll say us by 2.
Okay. Lions East, 7 p.m. First game in the Pick'em Challenge this week.
Uh-oh.
Geezer's Good Neighbors versus Chalmers. Ben.
I'll let Bryson pick for me.
Bryson, go ahead.
I do like
Bryson,
how,
go ahead.
I do
Come
like
on,
how
just so we can
Bryson
do our
comes
picks.
up to the mic when this isn't a usual Q&A portion of the show. You know?
Oh,
Isn't there a wager? We need a. What's your wager?
I'm just kidding, Bryson.
I
I'm
wish
glad you support
I
your
wish
team.
Chalmers is the best of luck. I think it's finally an opportunity for what I do to be respected by who I'm playing against, and I look forward to the opportunity to show I'm the best player in the league.
Word.
I like how the tone changes from the
Yeah.
first half to the
Wait,
second
did you
half.
say Chalmers is... Wait, what
So,
did you say?
bulletin board material. Rasha, who else is out here from Chalmers is? Bryson said...
We got Colin here.
Yeah. Bryson told me in confidence, which I'm now going to spill. He wanted Chalmers this week because he felt like that would be an easy game.
Uh-oh.
So who you going with, Ben?
Put it. I'll go with Geezers.
Okay.
I know better than to pick against Bryson now.
All right. I mean, Geezers has actually been in the ones before. Chalmers hasn't for at least 6 years.
Yeah, gotta earn it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Geezers. Coog.
Boy, this is tough. If I were to go with a safe bet, I would go Chalmers as the more solid. But because Geese Good Neighbors has my broadcast partner, Dr. Mike Anderson, for the KVKL Championship game for the past 7 years, I'm with my broadcast partner and go with Geezer's Good Neighbors.
Yeah, it's tough.
Diana.
There's so many wonderful people on both teams, but the Mike Anderson, Geezer's Good Neighbors, I think are going to take it out.
Okay. Jackie.
Mike Anderson is my good neighbor, but damn it, I want to be the most fuckable, so I'm going to choose the most fuckable.
All right. I actually did not think that all of us except for Jackie would pick Geezers.
Yeah, I was a little surprised.
Well, this is a tough one because for me,
Yeah.
they're my 5 and 6. So I told you I can't pick Chalmers's anymore. Maybe that's like my Chalmers
I think
is
that's
hot
kinda
next
weighing on
button
me,
grind, you
too.
know?
Like I can't
Like
pick
it'll
them.
go opposite.
No, you guys are all full of shit. This is all subconscious. Bryson's got into our heads. So we're basically picking on his
I mean,
confidence.
I haven't been here before. I have not yet been taken over. It's like The Incredibles too. You know, don't take the glasses off. But all I know is Chalmers got calves.
Gosh.
Chalmers got glasses. Chalmers got weird ass pants. That means they're gonna win.
All right. Lions West, 5 p.m. Free State versus Screamers. I'll go first. Free State. Coog.
Yeah, Free State to win the division. They'll win this game, Free State.
Diana.
Free. Guava.
No.
Guava toss. Sour to win.
Jackie.
Free State.
Ben.
Yeah, same.
Okay. Lions West, 7 p.m. Second game in the Pick'em Challenge. Ladybird versus Hertz Donut. We'll start with Cougar, I guess.
You already mentioned before there, Siege, is that Ladybird has more talent, but Hearst Don't D-Holes have more, steady, heady experience. You know what? I'm going to go with steady, heady experience. I'm going to go with the D-Holes. Harpies, welcome to twos. Good luck.
Okay. I will go next. I'm going Ladybird because as long as they're not nearly as aggressive as they were against us in terms of throwing, but as long as they run as aggressive as they did against us, they'll be all right. I think they're more talented, and I think they're faster, they're younger, so yeah, I'm going Ladybird. Ben.
I mean, you still beat Ladybird by 15 runs.
They scored 10, though.
So, yeah, those were all the first inning,
Yeah, see, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I picked Hertz 2 and Ladybird 3, but I feel like maybe they'll finish with the same record, and it's just going to be who gives up more runs.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick Lady Bird to win this one just because their game against the top seed in their division was slightly less embarrassing.
Okay. Jackie.
See, I reffed the game where Lady Bird almost lost to Asteroid Head. So, but I also watched what I unfortunately call the shit show that was game of the week for the D-holes. So...
It was just that 5th inning that was a shit show.
I know, but there were so many, like, drop balls.
No
things
more whiskey,
bouncing
right,
off
Alex?
chests
No more
and
whiskey.
shit.
No more whiskey. Sam is banned from whiskey.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go with the D-holes because I'm going to go with the history. And I want to believe that your women will come back after Friday being in Chicago, being able and capable to play and not be tired. And if they're tired, I called it wrong then.
Yeah. Despite the fact that I picked Lady Bird, I really hope the D-holes win. Put Grant and his young whippersnappers in their place.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
Diana.
Grant, don't have your teammates bunt when bases are loaded with 1 out. Just don't do that. Just stay away from that, okay?
It's tough because, like, D-holes, I'm on their train, and they beat Johnny's only by 2 runs, 18-16, whereas Ladybirds beat us, the other, Johnny's is a 4 seed, they beat us by a wider margin. And even though I picked D-holes to be above them, I'm going to pick Ladybird. They gave me a free koozie last week, so yeah.
Oh, so you're bribed. So you were bribed there, Diana.
Yeah.
They bribed you, Diana. Free koozie.
Yeah,
All right.
you can buy my love and affection. That's the moral.
You can? Oh, okay.
The moral too. That's why I picked Grandstand.
All right.
A little bit of love. Lady Bird is a 2 seed. Let's take a moment to appreciate that.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's
definitely
a huge
a glow up,
accomplishment for
man.
you. Great. Well done, Grant and Stacey.
I mean,
absolutely.
Stacey, how long did it take you guys to get your first win?
I think 3 years.
Yeah, no, but how
Yeah.
many years were you guys already in the league before you got your first win? Like, it's been
Was
it was
your
a
second
couple
season?
years.
I don't
couple
think they
years?
won till the 3rd year that they
Yeah.
were in.
And then now, now they're a 2 seed. Like, that's
Yeah,
definitely a
it's
goal. Man.
fabulous.
Like,
Yeah,
that's
this is
crazy.
why what makes me so happy about repetition is it's like
Yeah.
they're on their way up from the bottom to close to the top. It is it's a short and glorious
I love
journey.
Ladybird Harpies because Ghost had a similar history. Our first year, we won 1 game against like Bald Beavers, and the second year, when we only had 30 teams in the league, we had a first-round bye in the tournament.
Nice.
You know, so we were one. Yeah, it's crazy, but this league is awesome. So yeah, big kudos to Harpies for moving up.
Real quick to the Harpies, I was there for their first game. Stacey remembers, they're at Channel 6 before you, Bryson. What's that? Maybe I was at the time. Maybe I was.
Perhaps.
So,
Perhaps.
If I was, sorry. But you guys come a long way, yeah, so it's still done, so well done.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Hobbs Park, 7 p.m. Undercard for Game of the Week. Last game of the Pick'em Challenge, and we're going to get the spread. So, it is Lucky Berry versus Corksuckers. Who shall we start with? Ben.
So now that we're in ranked play, I'm just going to assume that Corksuckers is going to turn it on. And that Lucky Berry might still be missing a couple dingleberries. So I'll take Corksuckers by 4.
Wait, did you say missing a couple dingleberries?
He went
Ew.
there. He went there.
No, you want to be
How's
releasing
that imagery?
one, right?
He went there.
No, they're already on the carpet where you're going to step on them when you get out of bed.
I like
Tony.
some intentionally, unintentionally. The theme of this podcast is poo. Basically, like,
Yeah, whether or not it's intentional,
I
we
didn't
don't
start
know.
that, by the way.
I'm going to go Corksuckers by 3.
Fuck, that's what I was going to say.
Well,
Coog.
Derek, let's talk real quick. I had your faith in your team and basically being a 3. And unfortunately, things didn't go well, and now you're down to a 5. I don't know why I'm doing this. Maybe I'm stupid, but I'm going to keep the faith with you, Derek.
Oh,
praise. And plus, Marcus, my 4 teammate,
I'm really
King Mark
hoping
Sutton.
Cougar pulls the rug out from under him and picks Corksuckers.
No. And King Marcus is something. And King Marcus, my 4 teammate, is on Lucky Berry. So you know what? Lucky Berry by 2.
Okay. Diana.
Well, shoot, I was going to say Corksuckers by 3, but I'm going to go against the grain and say Corksuckers by 1.
Okay. Jackie.
So we already have a Corksuckers by 2, a Corksuckers by 3, and a Corksuckers by 1, or no?
No.
Yep.
Corksuckers by 4,
4.
Corksuckers by 3, Corksuckers by 1. So 2 is
Cool.
open.
Mine was Corksuckers by 2, so there
All
we
right.
go.
Squeeze it right in there.
Sorry, Derek.
Help me out, Derek. Help me out, man.
Squeeze that 2 right in there between the cheeks.
Just gonna...
Gosh.
I think you were trying too hard to keep it on theme right there. All right. So that is.
I'm sorry. I think I've been cackling into the mic too
Oh
much.
no, it's fine. It's fine. All right. So I think that kind of puts a head on the podcast here. So.
Oh, you don't want to do the game of the week?
Oh yeah, game of the week. Fuck that. Fuck that.
See,
Who cares about the Matadors or Rats?
It's almost
Who
like
cares
we're
about
the
those?
ladies'
Let's just go.
podcast. Come on.
Oh yeah, no. Before we pick them, dude, just release all the games of the week because this is some good shit. Kudos,
Yeah, okay.
kudos to Stacy.
So
Yeah,
the
thank
game
you,
of the weeks
Stacey.
are awesome.
Great job.
Yeah.
So, okay. Hobbs Park, 9 p.m. Game of the week. River City Matadors versus Rats. This is going to be one hell of a fucking game.
Yeah, Rats and Mats.
Jesus.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Rats and Mats.
It's where it's at.
Ah, yeah. Jackie, who you got?
I'm going to go with the Rats because I've played them a lot, and I think they just are a really positive team that's always kind of in the middle, and they just kind of stay there, kind of like the Woost, but they're going to do it.
Okay. Diana.
I do love the Rats and how fun they are and all the solid people on their team. But Matadors, I think they're showing up more consistently this season, so I'm going to pick the Matadors.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coog.
Yeah, that helps.
Oh, boy. This is a tough match here. Both really good teams. I'll just go for Military because I saw the Rats. They beat us. I repped their game against Johnny's. They beat them 8-5 in week 4. I'm going to go Rats by 2.
Fuck. Santos is going to have one of those goddamn catches where he volleyball sets it to himself and then makes an out. And that's going to be the difference in the game, I think. So, Matadors.
I think this could be a really close game.
It's
and
gonna
I
be a
think,
good game.
Yeah, I think maybe partly because I haven't seen the Mats play, but I really like what I've seen from the Rats. Plus, they're the home team. I'll go Rats by 1 in the bottom of the 9th.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I don't want to give away the games of the week.
Oh, throw them out there, buddy.
Okay.
It's all right. The schedule's getting released later anyway.
Yeah,
They're going to
yeah.
know.
So,
Yeah.
games of the week now. Next week, week 7, will be Love Garden versus Chalmers. That's going to be one hell of a fucking game.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus. Sacred Sword versus Liberty Hall. That should be pretty good.
Yeah, well, that's a rematch of the Cougar Cup and
Yeah.
The
Sacred,
boot, yeah, the
Cougar Cup.
It's
Yeah.
not the
Sacred
Cougar
Sword won
Cup,
by
stop
1.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's the boot. It's not the Cougar
a
Cup.
rematch of the
exactly.
game where the sword won the
No, it's
chalice.
not.
And then week 9 is going to be Redlegs versus John Denver.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a good game. Very good game.
So much anger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
They're not
Oh
as
my
angry
goodness.
anymore. At least
I
right
can't-
now.
I
Look
can't-
at the refs will be good, so
Oh
that's
yeah.
helpful.
Yeah. I can't wait to see Finley yell at CJ.
Seriously, for
Oh
that
my
week, it'll
gosh.
be Jackpot and KTC repping
be
their
nice.
game. Like they're not going to take any.
Again, Stacy, kudos to putting the good refs on certain contentious
Yeah.
team. Good job.
Yeah. And then the last week, week 10 is going to be Geezer's Good Neighbors versus Lawrence Shirt Factory.
We got two.
And there's one factoid about Geezer's name. You know how many times Channel 6 / Geezer's name has beaten Lawrence Shirt Factory? Nil.
Also, Geezer
never.
should bring a bunch of free
Never.
stuff because I guarantee you, Lawrence Shirt Factory
They
will
have
have a
never
bunch
won.
of free stuff for the stands.
No.
Yes, we will. We will bring.
Lawrence
You
Shirt
will?
Factory's going to have
Yeah.
free stuff
All
to
right.
throw out
Early,
in the
early
seventh inning.
prediction, but
I have one thing.
Go
the
ahead,
first game
Sebastian.
ever in the KVKL was against Happy Shirt. To my knowledge, the guy told me to my face, their center fielder said no one's ever bombed the ball over his head like that in his whole career. That's all I have to say.
yeah.
About
Oh, I totally forgot, but I have to get this in. In the Johnny's Homies game, I'm pretty sure the bases were loaded. Jesse Campbell killed it.
I forgot to mention
15,
that.
20 feet
Yep,
over the
she
outfielders'
did.
heads.
Oh, yes.
Stand
She
up
did.
double, scored them all. It
Yes.
was
I
amazing.
told my outfielder, Jason Tolbert, Tori Roberson,
those are, like, my favorite
more to
picks.
creep
Oh,
in,
God.
and she burned us.
Yeah.
Bases loaded.
That's
Now,
Jesse
I can't
Campbell.
kick it very far, but she kicked it much further
She
than I
did.
can. It was
So
really
that was
impressive.
a great kick by Jesse. Great
Yeah.
props to Jesse. I was going to say that, but Rick took too much of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thanks, Rick.
All right, so
Oh, gosh.
that's near the end of the podcast. We got Cougar's Comedy Corner here.
Oh, this is going to be the worst
Fuck.
minutes.
Cougar, read the
This
joke,
is courtesy
buddy.
to Rick Neely.
Courtesy of Rick.
Adult content warning.
Yeah.
All right. Why do most men like women with big tits and tight pussies?
Why, Cougar?
Because most men have big mouths and little penises.
Present company accepted, of course.
I hate
And
this
on
segment.
that note, next week is the ladies' podcast.
Woo! That means I don't have to come here for do the joke segment, do I? Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
We will
Good,
make you
good,
come.
good.
Trust me, we will not make
Thank
you come.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nope, no coming
Megan,
for Cougar.
Megan Hallman, you can do the joke. You do it.
I love
You're
this
not invited
job.
to someone do the joke. I don't
Cougar's
care.
Comedy Corner is the worst.
Yeah. Hey, Cougar, get ready to take
Chelsea
us out,
did the
buddy.
joke. Thank you, Chelsea.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So with that, that puts we're done with the podcast, I think. So for Jackie Firecracker Becker,
Pew pew.
Diana Dirty D Garcia, Jason Cougar Huang,
I love Diana Garcia.
Ben Hutnick,
I'll see you Sunday, legs.
I'm your host, CJ Cobra Kai. We'll see you next week, people. Well, yeah. Woo.